Hey, welcome everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice. Welcome to Tabletop Baseball TV. And this is game 3 of our 1971 Swing A's replay using Deep Drive Baseball. We're right about to get started. We're going to go old school, cards and dice, on the scorecard. And then after that, we're going to input it into Replay Baseball PC game to keep our stats for us for the 71 replay season. It's going to be Raleigh Fingers starting this second game of a doubleheader. Game 3 was a doubleheader against the Chicago White Sox. And on the White Sox side, it's going to be Bart Johnson. Bart Johnson was 12-10 with a 2.93 ERA and 14 saves. So he was did a little bit of everything for the White Sox. Raleigh Fingers, a very, very similar player, 4-6 with a 2.99 ERA, 48 games total with 17 saves, 129 innings pitched. So Bart Johnson with 179 innings pitched, and Raleigh Fingers with 129 innings pitched. So those were the versatile guys that they had in the bullpen who could start or would relieve. Now, the lineup for the White Sox is going to be Lee Richard leading off, Jay Johnstone batting second in center field. Batting third is Mike Andrews, the second baseman. Batting fourth is Bill Melton, the third baseman. Batting fifth is Carlos May, the first baseman. Then it's Richard in left field. Nonek Williams, Egan, the catcher. Batting eighth and batting ninth is Bart Johnson. We're right about to start. The way you play deep drive baseball is the red. 0 to 49 is going to be off the batter card. So that's a 30. It's going to be off the batter card, and that's an out of some kind. A 2 is a comebacker to Fingers. He feels his position. 1 up, 1 down. All right, Jay Johnstone, 75. 75 is defense. So we're grabbing the defensive chart. Let's see what happens. And it's a 70. That becomes a ground ball to the second baseman, and Green's going to boot that because Green's a 3, so it's going to be an error on the second baseman, E4. Runner on first. Okay, so now it's Jay Johnstone takes his lead off first. He's a 2B base stealer. I won't be running with him right now. Not in the mood for that. That's a 10. And that's going to be a ground ball and through the left side for a base hit. Stopping at second is Johnstone. First and second for Bill Melton. It's a 0-4. Now this potentially could be, there's a couple of things this could be. So we're going to find out what exactly it's going to be. And first we're going to check on the wild pitch pass ball chart at 29. 29 tells us that that is potentially wild pitch D or F. Raleigh Fingers is a B wild pitch, so there won't be a wild pitch. We're going to use that same 0-4 for a deep drive roll. Bill Melton, deep drive roll, and that's going to be a 65, and that's driven in the gap. That's going to split the outfielders. Roll to the wall. Scoring easily is Johnstone, while Mike Andrews, who's slow, is going to hold up and stop at third base. So it's an RBI double. I'm getting 2 RBIs. It should be only 1, so let's get rid of 1 RBI there. There you go. All right, so second and third with 1 out. Carlos May coming up against Raleigh Fingers. You don't want Raleigh to get pounded here early on and then have to pull him. All right, here goes. It feels back for the A's. It's too early at a 70. It's a strikeout. Big strikeout for out number 2. So May downswing. And now it's Rick Richard. That's a 51. That's going to be a deep drive. And a 73. That's going to be 1 hop off the wall. Unloads on that one. Drives it to the left center field And one hop off the wall, that's going to score 2. So it's a 2-out, 2-run double for Richard. 2 RBIs there. 3-0. A's are down. And it's Walt Williams. And it's a 72, and that's going to be strike 3, and that retires the side. So it's going to be actually only 1 earned run here. Actually, no, it's going to be no earned runs in this inning. So it's going to be 3 runs on 3 hits. But all that happened once there were 2 outs. All right, so it's going to be Bart Johnson against Bert Campaneris. And it's a 67. That's base on balls. So Campy's on at first. Let's see if we can try to get a steal for Campy. Bart Johnson is a blank, and Egan is a +1. So Campy's looking at a 4A. 4A base stealing. It's a 44 on a 4A. Oh, and just missed that actually. No, 0 to 35 would have been a potential stolen base. So he does not get his lead. And it's Hovley, Stephen Hovley. 17, and that's ball 4. So back-to-back walks by Bart Johnson. Reggie Jackson next. So 14, and that's ball 4. So Bart Johnson starts the game by walking the bases loaded. And it's Don Mincher. He's a lefty power hitting first baseman. That's a 0-9, and that's going to be line base hit. That's going to score 1 for sure. Let's see if Hovley is going to be waved home. And nope, not. They're going to hold up Hovley. So bases are loaded. RBI single. Excuse me, for Mincher. And now it's Sal Bando. Pitches Sal Bando, 53. Oh, just missed being a deep drive. And now Hovley's going to score, and Jackson should be. See if Jack, what kind of base running they gave Jackson. He's also average. So he's going to hold up on that. Bases are still loaded. And nobody out. Infield is in now for the A's, and it's Rick Monday. That's a 58, and that's going to be ball 4. That's going to force in a run. RBI walk. Tied at 3. Next is Gene Tennis. Gene Tennis is starting this one at catcher. That's a 0-2. So we're going to have to roll to see if that's a wild pitch, and then we're going to use that 0-2. 77. All right, so 77 says that catcher is not rated to play the position as a pass ball. So that's not fact. So then we're going to roll 0-2 off of Tennis. And I'm going to roll here, 83. 83 is going to be a double. Off the wall. Drilled into the left field corner, excuse me. And that's going to score 2. And that's 5. 5-3, A's are up. Next is Green with the infield in. That's a 46 and a 4. Ground ball to the third baseman. With nobody out, Monday's going to hold. So 5-3. That's my home rule, my home brew. All right, so it's 5-3, and there's some action. There's some movement in the White Sox bullpen. Raleigh Fingers is up. That's a 48 and a 9. It's an out. A 9 is going to be a fly ball center field. Let's see. This may be a sacrifice fly. Fly ball center field. And Monday should score on this. It's deep enough to score Monday. Let's make sure. And Rick Monday will score. So it's a sacrifice fly. RBI for Fingers. 6-3. And Campaneris is up. Campaneris started the inning by walking. That's a 76, and that's strike 3, and that retires the side. So it's 1 out, 2 out, and then 3 out. And this kind of throws us off here because now, you know what? I'm going to do something a little bit different because that happened so early. I'm going to just kind of, all right. So it's going to be Riley Fingers versus Tom Egan, 6-3. And that's going to be 6 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. It's going to be a 34-4. And that's a strikeout. So Egan strikes out a whole lot. And the pitcher, Johnson, 55. That's going to be a ground ball and through the left side for a base hit for Johnson. He's on at first. 1 out, 1 on, top of the second. 6-3 Oakland. It's a 91. 91 is a 4, which is a hard hit ground ball to the second baseman. Green flips to Campaneris, throw to first, low, scooped by the first baseman Mincher, and it's going to be a 4-6-3 double play, and that retires the side. All right, Bert Campaneris leading. Nope, he made the last out. It's going to be a 52, and that's going to be a deep drive. Deep drive for Hovley, 21. That's going to be a double. So Hovley doubles to lead off the inning. Reggie Jackson's next. It's a 62, and that's ball 4. Let's walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walks. Wow. First and second, nobody out. Don Mincher, 1 more hit, and we're going to get a 61, and that's going to be ball 4. So that's going to be it for the starter, Bart Johnson. I can't believe he's really struggled this much. I can't believe it. He's given up 6 walks in 1 inning and 4 hits, 6 runs. All right, so let's pull him. He's a disaster. I don't know what to tell you. So, hey there, guys. Holy smokes. I just looked at my screen. Let me say hello to some guys here. All right, Philip Reynolds. How are you, brother? ID Jester in the house. Watched the game. You did. Game 2, think it was. Cool. That was a very quick game. That was like a 30-minute game. 32, 33-minute game. I played that like at 6 in the morning. Derek Dodger fans, hello there, sir. Who else is here? All right, very cool. All right, so we're going to look quickly at the box score for this day. This is game 3. It's a doubleheader at Oakland, at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. And let's see who the Bart Johnson goes a complete game in this one. So we're going to have to go backwards or forwards for Chicago to see who they're using. Let's go forward. It was a 12-4 Chicago victory in this game. So we fast forwarded 1 for Chicago, and they played Minnesota next. They're going to use a few more pitchers. One of them is going to be Vicente Romo, which we already used. So a guy named Campisi and Williams. Stan Williams and Campisi. Pull both those guys. Hate to pull a guy so early. So Romo is available to us. These are the guys that I can pinch hit because I know any pinch hitters. Campisi. You got all the players with deep drive baseball. We'll be back in a couple of weeks and play this team again. I can't find the guys that I need. But they're here somewhere. Who am I looking for? Campisi and who else? They may have been traded, so I don't know about that. That's also a possibility that these guys were traded Okay, so I don't see Campese at all. Let's click on him, find out what happened. Oh, of course I don't see him. He's on the Twins. This game, they only use one reliever, and that's Romo again. I need more relievers than that. This is way early in the game. I need this starting pitcher to go at least 3 or 4 innings. This is going to be a struggle for me to get through this way, because this is going to slow the game down tremendously. Don Eddy, just saw him somewhere. All right, there's Don Eddy, and this is his batting card. I may actually have to use that. So let's separate that, because whoever's coming in is going to have to give me some innings. Don Eddy. I'm pulling out pitchers' batting cards right now because this is so early that something like that's going to happen. So I'm looking for Don Eddy's. There he is. He's a lefty, and he can give me one inning. He's like a short guy. He's a short reliever. All right, let me go to the next game for the White Sox and see who they use. And the next game they're going to use, let's see, they use another, this time they use 3 pitchers, Forster and Keeley. Terry Forster and Keeley. So until I wore out these cards a little bit, they're a little bit hard to handle. So I got to get the juices, the human juices on there, the oils, kind of lubricate these so they're easier to handle, because this is terrible. Great thing about PDFs is once I beat these up and I write on them or whatever I want to do on them, there's Steve Keeley. All right. But this is batting card. I need that. Almost every pitcher has a batting card in this set. In these deep drive seasons, we give a lot of pitcher batting cards. All right, Keeley's a righty, and he can give me a couple of innings, which is something good. And the other guy I'm looking for is Terry Foster. Tom Bradley's a starter. All right, so Foster, this is his pitching card. No, that's his batting card. So I'm trying to find, let's see if I can find Terry Foster's. There it is. Another lefty. And he can give me 1 inning. All right, so I got all the pitchers I'm going to need. I got 4 pitchers or 3 or 4 pitchers. 4 pitchers. So let's see if we can get an out. He's got the bases loaded, nobody out. Infield's in for Bart Johnson. I cannot remove him. It's too soon. I would have to squeeze 9 innings out of this pitching staff, which is right now something that I'm not looking forward to doing. I need this guy to, all right, come on, settle down there. All right, it's going bananas, pulsating. So let's back this up. Let's angle this a little bit. Let's see what we can get here. All right, calm down a little bit for now. All right. So let's see. Bases loaded, infield in, bottom of the second. 67. Oh boy. 67 is base on balls again. Oh my God. That's gonna force in a run. I don't know what to do. That's his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th walk. All right, that's it. Party's over. Party's over. And who's coming in? I'm going to bring in Vicente Romo. He pitched 1 inning in yesterday's game, I believe. So Vicente Romo's coming in to pitch. Vicente Romo was 1-7 with a 3.38 ERA. Bases loaded, infield is in. That's a 29. 29 is going to be an out. A 3 out is a ground ball to the third baseman. And he's going to, how do I pull a double play off on this? Let me double see. Let me check if I can get a double play on this. A 5. Let me see. If it says double play, I'm going to pull it off. It says lead runner forced out. Other runner advances on a fielder's choice. Okay. It's going to be a fielder's choice. It's going to be a 5-2. Bases are still loaded. And it's Gene Tennis. Oh, that was Rick Monday. Hold on a second. 29. That would have been a strikeout on Rick Monday. So I'm going to change that, make that a strikeout. Let's so Monday strikes out. So that's, and that, we're going to get rid of that other thing. There's no fielder's choice there. All right, 1 out. Bases are loaded. And it's Gene Tennis. And feels in 0-2. Oh boy, that's a deep drive off Tennis's card. Not only that, it's a deep drive, but we're going to have to roll off of the wow pitch. 68. 68 says if pitcher pickoff rating is an A, B, C, or D, he picks off, I guess, the runner. I don't know who he would pick off at this point, but I guess he could pick off the runner at third base. Jackson, getting a little frisky. Romo's pickoff numbers A, B, C, or D. Pickoff is an F, so he picks off nobody. But now we have a deep drive off of Tennis's card. So we're going to roll for that. And that's going to be a 42, and that's going to be a deep drive, and that ball is gone. Grand slam, Gene Tennis. 10-3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Gene Tennis hit 7 home runs in 200 plate appearances for the A's in 71. He's just coming into his own. Eventually becomes the World Series MVP. Again, I'm having the pulsating issue. Again, let me pull this. Sometimes when I bring it a little bit closer, it settles down a little bit. Other times, we'll see what happens. Okay, so it's going to be Dick Green against Vicente Romo. That's a 58, and that is ball 4. Only 1 out right now. Next is the pitcher, 0-5, and that's going to be a ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. Green stops at second. So Romo can't get an out here. And it's Bert Campaneris. 1-5. That's a strikeout. That's 2 outs, and now it's Hovley. Hovley doubled to lead off the inning. 81, and that's a 4. That's a ground ball, second base, second baseman Mike Andrews up with it, flips to Mincher, and that retires the side. But the A's pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs. And it's going to be 11. That's going to be 5 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. And they lead it 11-3. Holy moly. All right. It's going to be Jay Johnstone, top of the 3rd inning. That's a 76 and an 8. It's a fly ball left field. 1 up, 1 down for Raleigh Fingers. Mike Andrews, 0-4. That's going to be line base hit to left. Bill Melton, 30. That's an out, a 2. That's a comebacker. Then I have to see what kind of result this we're going to have here. A G1 with a runner on first is a B. They're going to get the lead runner. It's going to be a 1-6. 1-6 force out. And it's going to be Carlos May. And 11 is a ground ball and through the right side for a base hit, first and second. Not taking any extra bases. All these runs down. 15 is ball 4. Bases are loaded. Jesus. A lot of low numbers today. So with the bases loaded, it's going to be Walt No Neck Williams against Raleigh Fingers. And it's going to be a 43. A 6 is a hard hit ground ball right at the shortstop Campaneris. Flips to to Green. It's going to be a 6-4 fielder's choice, and that retires the side. It's going to be 1 out, 2 outs, 3 outs. It's going to be 1, 2, 2 hits, no runs, 2 hits. We go to the bottom of the third. Reggie Jackson leading it off. That's a 55, and that's line base hit to right for Jackson, so he's on with a single. Next is a 60, and that's ball 4. Mincher walks. There is definitely action in the White Sox bullpen, and we can't get Mincher off the deck. Sal Bando with runners on first and second. 35 and a 3, and that's going to be a ground ball to the third baseman. This may be a third baseman is Melton. He's a 5, so he's going to step on. Oh, whoa, wait a second. What is that going to mean now? First and second, and a ground ball to the third baseman is a C. If runner at second is slower than the runner on first, fielder is rated a 5. They're forced out. Otherwise, runner on first is forced out. Other runners advance. Okay, so he could step on the bag. Let's see. He could step on the bag. Jackson, no, Jackson is not slower than Mincher. Mincher is an S, and Jackson is a blank. So Mincher's slower. So what do we roll? A 35 was a 3, and that was a G5. G5 with runners on first and second is a C. If runner on second is slower, no, he's not. Or the infielder's rated a 5. Okay, so he's going to step on. It's going to be a fielder's choice. It's going to be a 5 fielder's choice. First and second, 1 out. Melton is rated a 5. He's like one of the top fielding third basemen. I don't know. That's what the rating he got. 69. It's going to be a strikeout for out number 2. All right. And Monday strikes out. Now it's Gene Tennis. He hit a grand slam his last at bat. 72, that's defense. And a 55 is going to tell us 55 is a catcher, a little nubber in front of the plate. Out from behind the plate is Egan. Tom Egan is a 2. And with a 2, he's going to bobble the ball. He throws the first, not in time. So it's going to be bases are going to be loaded. It's going to be an E2, flashes on the scoreboard. And that is the first error here. It was an error on the A's earlier. So both teams have 1 error now. So that's going to be an error 2 on the catcher. And it's going to be Dick Green coming up with the bases loaded. All right, here's the pitch to Green, a 37. That should be an out. And it's a hard hit ground ball. Scooped by the second baseman, Andrews, and over to first, and that retires the side. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. Okay. Egan leading it off. Raleigh Fingers, 74. That's a defense. Defense result is a 98. 98 on the defense is a fly ball right field. Right fielder's Jackson, and Jackson out there is what? What is Jackson? Jackson is a 3. Let's write that in. So a 98. A 98 is going to be a fly ball that Jackson gets under for the first out, F9. Now the pitcher, we're going to bring in a pinch hitter. And then we're going to get somebody who can go a couple innings. Hopefully it'll be somebody. Foster can go a couple innings, I believe. Keeley can go, Keeley can go a couple innings. Steve Keeley. All right, and Rich McKinney. No, we're not going to pinch hit him. Who are we going to pinch hit? Hold on. Center Romo can go 2. I'm going to bring in Lee May. Lee May is going to pinch hit. Or do we let Romo go one more inning? We're going to push Romo to go one more inning, and we're going to let him bat. So Romo's going to bat. So he's the pitcher, but he also bats here. All right. And then, here goes Romo. We need his pitcher batting card. Where was that? Just saw it. Here it is. Here's the pitch from Fingers. That's a 0-7, and that's going to be a ground ball and base hit for Romo. So a 1-out single. For Vicente Romo. Lee Richard is next. It's a 54, and that's line base hit to left. I don't know that Romo's going to advance very much. He's slow, so he's going to stop. First and second against Raleigh Fingers. It's a 74. That's going to be defense. Wow. 18. 18 sends me to the range chart, and I roll a 38, and that's going to ask me about the range for the third baseman. And I believe Bando is a 3. No, he's a 4, so it's actually pretty good. So let's write that in. Bando's a 4. And range play, what was it, 38? And he's a 4. That's going to be a hard hit ground ball. That's going to be a 5-4-3 double play. With the, who was on base? Let's see. First and second, hard hit to the third baseman. It's an M. It tells me if red 10's die is 0-5, no, it's a 7. Runner forced out at third. Otherwise, runner forced out at second. Batter out on back end of the double play. It's a 5-4-3 double play. And that's going to retire the side. So it was 1, 0, 1, and then 0, 2. And we go to bottom half of the fourth inning. Wow. So Johnstone grounds out to a 5-4-3 double play. And it's Fingers leading it off here in the bottom of the fourth. That's an 87 and a 9. Romo, 87 and a 9. And this now he's fatigued. So this is going to manipulate it by 50 points. So an 87 becomes a 37, and a 37 is going to still be an out, fly ball to center field, shallow center. 1 up, 1 down. Gonna let him go at least an inning fatigued. That's a 0-3 against Campaneris. That's going to be line base hit. Campaneris on with a single. Hovley. That's an 83, which becomes a 33, and 33 is a strikeout. And then it's Reggie Jackson. That's a 20, which could become a 70. That'll be a strikeout. A 20 is a strikeout, so either one is a strikeout. And that retires a side. So you add or subtract 50 depending on whatever you want for for the offensive side. When a pitcher's fatigued, that's how you do it. All right, so Romo's gone. Basically, he's gone. He's gone 1, 2, 3 innings. Hallelujah. And this inning was no runs, 1 hit, top of the 5th. It's 11-3, Oakland A's. And it's going to be Andrews leading it off against Raleigh Fingers. That's a 16. A 16 is a base on balls. So Andrews walks. Bill Melton, 24 and a 2. That's going to be a strikeout. Carlos May, 83 and a 5. That's an out, and a 5 is a hard hit grounder. It's a 6-4-3 double play, and that ends the inning. So what? That is the A's 1, 2nd, 3rd double play in 3 innings. No runs, no hits. Bottom of the 5th. Don Mincher going to let Vicente Romo go again. 20. 20 is going to be a walk. Bando, 96, 4. And 96 is going to become a 46. And that's still an out. 4 could be a ground ball, fielder's choice. Or a 4, yep. Either way, it's a fielder's choice. All right, so it's a fielder's choice. Rick Monday. Monday is 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts and a walk. That's 0-7. That's going to be single. Base hit. Bando will hold. He's not fast, so he's going to hold up on that. 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Gene Tennis. That's an 82, and that's going to be an out. We're going to change that to a 32, which is defense. We'll roll on defense. Why not? 0-9 on the defense is going to take us to range. Range 99. Range 99 takes us to a fly ball to right field. Right fielder is Williams. I don't know what kind of an outfielder he is. He's a 3 right fielder, which is not too bad, but this is going to drop in for some sort of a hit. That's a real high number. And that 99 is going to turn into a single plus, which means Bando's going to score. No, I'm going to have to roll to score Bando on this. I'm going to have to roll to score Bando. So, do I want to score Bando? I just want to hold off on that. Let me double check. So a single plus, only if he's fast would he score automatically. It's like a 70% chance that he scores, but I'm up by a lot of runs, so I'm just going to keep it as a single, bases loaded. So 10 is singles, and now the bases loaded with the infield in for Dick Green. Here's the pitch from Vicente Romo. 29, it's going to be an out. 4, it's a ground ball to the 3rd baseman. And we can move that up and make it a 50 would be what? 79. And that would be an out as well. 79 and a 4. So we're going to go with the ground ball to the 3rd baseman with the base infield in. We're going to go for the force at home. It's going to be a 5-2 force out. So the score is 11-3. Bases are still loaded, and it's Raleigh Fingers. Vicente Romo's up, still pitching fatigued. 24. 24 is defense. Otherwise, it would be a 74, and that would be defense. So we're going to roll on the defense. 83. That's going to be some potential kind of error, perhaps. It's a ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop is a 1, and that's going to be, he boots it. That's going to let a run score. So run scores on an error. So it's E6. Bases are loaded. And we go back around to Campaneris. See what happens. 33. And that's a 6. That's a ground ball to shortstop who waits back, now charges. Lee Richard with the throw to first in time. Now that 33 could become an 83, and that would still be an out. So it's going to be a 6-3 put out, and that retires the side. And that's going to probably be it for Romo, who gave us a couple extra innings, which helped us out a lot. And they weren't all that bad. Only 1 run scored there. So in the bottom of the 5th, 1 run scores on 2 hits. All right, we go to the top of the 6th. Now let's see. He's gone 6 innings, been through that twice, and given up a run, but no earned runs. So he's still good. Raleigh Fingers can go a 10. Fingers can go 10. Let's write that down. All right, so it's Richard. It's a 14, and that's ball 4. Next is Walt Williams, right-handed batter, 26. Is some sort of an out. That's a fly ball, shallow center field. Racing in his Monday, makes the catch. Egan, 97. And a 5 is a slow grounder charged by Green. Green better hurry in time. 4-3. Moving to second is Richard or Reichard or Rickard. I gotta look that up because I'm really shredding his name. Okay, so we're gonna get a pinch hitter. And it's gonna be May. It's gonna pinch hit there. Lee May with an E at the end. So Lee May is coming in to pinch hit. Romo's gone. Here's the pitch. It's an 84 and a 3. And that's a hard hit ground ball to the third baseman. Steps on the bag. Throws the first, and that retires the side. Okay, so we got a new pitcher coming in. Terry Forster. He's going to go at least these, hopefully. So Terry Forster is going to come in. It's a lefty. Was 2-3 with a 3.99 ERA in 45 games. And he's going to face Steve Hovley. 95 and a 3, and that's a high chopper to the first baseman who waits for it to come down. Now steps on the bag, takes it himself, steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down. Reggie Jackson. It's a 37 and a 3. A 37 is defense. And an 87 is a shortstop. Ground ball to shortstop. He bobbles it, now hurries the throw, and it's over the first baseman's head. May chases it down. So it's going to be an E6, 2-base error. Flashes on the board, and that's going to be the 3rd error of the game for the White Sox. 1, 2, 3 errors there. All right, so Mincher is coming up with Jackson at second base. Here's the pitch. It's a 31, and that's going to be defense. 0-5 is going to take us to range play. Range play 47, and that is ground ball past the diving Richard for a base hit. Stopping at third is Jackson. First and third. So Mincher signals through the hole into left field. Banda now. First and third, the infield is going to be back looking for the double play. 73. That's a strikeout. 2 outs. And now it's Rick Monday. 16, that's ball 4. Bases are loaded. This is like the 6th time they've had the bases loaded. Now it's Gene Tenace, who's already hit a grand slam. He's got a single. Oh, he's a home run. Oh no, he's a triple short of a cycle. He's 3 for 4. Double, home run, and single. He's up with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Foster. That's a 33. And that's going to be defense. Again, another defensive call. Wow. A 43 is a ball that's hit to the shortstop, and that's bobbled. That's going to score a run. That's going to be another error. 2 errors in this inning on the shortstop. That's the 4th error of the game for the White Sox. And now it's Dick Green. 53 is going to be line base hit. That's going to score 1. Monday, I believe, will score on this, and he does. It's a 2-run, 2-out single. Tenace is going to stop at second. Let's double check Tenace. Yep. Oh, no, actually, Tenace goes to third on this. So it's a 2-run single and runs on first and third. And this is going to bring up Raleigh Fingers. All right, a 39 and a 7 is going to be a fly ball shallow left field. Racing in is Richard, and he gets there. So the A's make it 14-3. They score 3 more on 1-2 hits and 2 errors and a walk. So that was no runs, no hits, and then it became 3 runs on 2 hits. And we go to top of the 7th. So we got to double check this. He's been through the order 1, 2, 3 times. And it's the top of the 7th. He can go 10. He hasn't given up any official runs. He's only given up unearned runs. So this, I believe, is going to be his 10th point. He's going to use up his 10th point here. So Raleigh Fingers can go 1 more. Lee Richard. That's a 0-5, and that's line base hit to left. Richard on with a single, leadoff single, and I put it in the wrong spot. Put it there, and then we're going to do this here. All right, Jay Johnstone. There's action in the bullpen for the A's. That's a strikeout. Mike Andrews, 51. That's deep drive. And a 72 is going to be 1 hop off the wall. Double. Richard will hold up. No reason to score anybody right now. Not down by 11. Bill Melton. So 46 and a 2. 2 is a comebacker. Everybody's going to hold there. Fingers feels his position, throws out Melton, and now it's Carlos May. That's a 10. That's line base hit. That's going to score 2 runs. I can almost guarantee that Andrews is going to score on that. And Andrews does not score. He's going to stop. Andrews is actually marked an S. I could try to score him, but it would be like 70%, and I don't want to risk it down by so many runs. And it's Reichard or Reichard. That's a 95. That's going to be an easy out. Fly ball, shallow left field. Settling under it is Hovley, makes the catch, and that retires the side. 1 run on 3 hits. And it's 14-4, I believe. 3, 4, and 11. No, 15. 15-4. All right. We go to bottom of the 7th now. Hovley's up. That's going to be a 69. It's a strikeout. Let me make sure Hovley's up on this. Yeah. Oh, no, wait. Wait a second. Campaneris is up. Fingers made the last out, so Campaneris is up. All right, so I don't know how that happened, but okay, so Campaneris is up, and that's a 69. That's going to be strikeout. Campy strikes out. One up, one down. Hovley now, 52. It's going to be a deep drive off Hovley. 87. That's going to be a 87. It's a fly ball. Right field. Nice play by Williams. And next is Reggie Jackson. 93 and a 2. And it's a comebacker to Foster. 3 up, 3 down. Wow, that was the easiest inning of the game. And we're going to get a new pitcher for the A's. We're going to use a different color. We're going to use green. All right. It's going to be, who's it going to be? Who is it going to be for the – all right. Foster could only go – oh, wait. Could Foster go – he can go 2 – should have been able to go 2 innings, I thought. Anyway, not going to worry about it right now. I'm looking at the baseball reference real quick, just to get an idea of who they're using, who the A's used in this game. The A's used a bunch of pitchers, a ton of pitchers. One guy they use is Jim Panther. So I like that name, so I'm going to use Jim Panther. Again, like I said, I got to really dirty up these cards so they can kind of loosen up and they don't stick. Put a little natural grease on them. Deep drive, that's his batter card. So let's find his pitching card. Diego Segui. Chuck Dobson is on this team. Dwayne Anderson, Diego Segui, Blue Moon Odom, Mudcat Grant, Darryl Knowles, Vita Blue, Jim Panther. There he is. All right. Let's see what happens here. So Jim Panther's going to come in. Panther can go tooth. Hallelujah. We're going to try to push him to go. Yeah, to go those 2. Hopefully get to those 2. Okay. 1, 2, keep a run there. All right, this inning should have been replayed. I kind of messed up on that inning. I could replay that inning, actually. And I should replay that inning. Because the reason that inning, he's fatigued in this inning. So let me replay that inning real quick. I'm going to replay that inning. I'm re-rolling for that inning. And see what happens. Because I did not play that fairly for the A's. They could have done better than that. So let's back up. Let's start off with Campy. Harry Foster is fatigued. He can only go 1. All right, so Campaneris. It's a 45, which is either a 95, which is an out. Okay. So that's a comebacker. 1-3. 1 out. Next is Hovley. It's a 27 or a 67, which is an out either way. Good. And then Reggie Jackson. And Reggie Jackson 26 or 76. Both of them are strikeouts. So, okay, there you go. Terry Foster pitched 1 inning fatigued, but he's okay now, so he's done pretty much. Okay. Now, top of the order, top of the 8th, so 0-0 there. Top of the 8th, it's going to be Williams, Egan, and a pinch hitter, most likely. And who did White Sox use? You got a guy named Morales, Rich Morales. He can come in and pitch hit in this game. Let's see if we can track him down. Rich Morales as a pinch hitter. Also, there he is. There's Rich Morales. We'll use him as pinch hitter. Separate him, put him there. And then we'll bring in the pitcher, which will be Don Eddy. Another guy that can go 1 inning. All right. All right. It's going to be Nonek Williams against Jim Panther. Panther was 0-1 with 11-12 ERA. 26-year-old, 30, 38, and that's a fly ball to center. Monday's there. 1 up, 1 down. Egan, 63. That's a line shot base hit, frozen rope to center for Egan. Pinch hitter Morales. It's a 13 for Morales. It's a base on balls. Lee Richard with runners on first and second, only 1 out. It's an 86 and a 0. 86 off Panthers, a defense. 49 is going to be a potential error. I believe it's going to be an error. 49 is Panther is a 5, so he's a good fielding pitcher. G1 with runners on first and second is a C. Runner on second is slower than the runner on first. Egan's got to be slower than Morales. Let's see if he's slower than Morales. Morales is average, blank, and Egan is blank. So they're about the same. So that's not true. So on the 49 was, wait a second. It was 49. All right, the pitcher made the play. With runners on first and second was a C. Or if it is rated, or fielder is rated a 5. Okay, if runner on second is slower than the fielder is rated a 5, they're forced out. So it is going to be a 1-6 force out. Great play by the pitcher. Panther moves like a panther. It's a 1. It's going to be a 1-5 fielder's choice. And it's Johnstone is up with 2 outs. That's 0-6. That's line base hit. So that is Morales is going to score on that. RBI single. Going to third is going to be Richard. First and third with 2 outs. Next that's 5. It's 14-5, I believe. That's a 68 off Panther, and that's going to be ground ball and through the left side for another base hit. That's going to score a run. Stopping at second is Johnstone, RBI single. For Andrews, Melton. 13 is base on balls. This loads the bases. Remember, there's 2 outs in this inning. And Carlos May, an 84, and an 84 will be a defense. Holy crap. 0-5. That's going to take us to range. And an 83 is going to be a range play for the center fielder. Center fielder is Monday. And I'm not sure what Monday is. Let's take a look. If he's a 4, he makes the great catch, and he's a 3, and it drops in front of him for a base hit. Let's double check that 83. So Rick Monday gets a late start, a late jump on that one, and it drops in front of him for a single. That's going to score 1. And with 2 outs, Andrews is going to turn into fast. But he doesn't score automatically on that. So he's going to hold up down by this many. So bases are loaded again. And it's Rick Richard. Here's a pitch. That's a 36. That's going to be an out. A 1 is popped up to the first baseman. And now retires aside. Holy smokes. What a crazy game this has been. All right. So they pick up 2 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. And now it's going to be 2, 3, 6. Maybe I think 14-6, 11 plus 15-6. In the bottom of the 8th. We're going to get a new pitcher. It's not going to be Foster anymore. It's going to be Eddie. Don Eddy, the lefty. It's going to come in. Face Mincher. It's a 56, and that's going to be line base hit to right for Mincher. That's his 3rd hit of the game. Sal Bando next. 66. That's a base on balls. So the first 2 runners are on. And now we're going to go to a blue color. Let's see if I can find my blue color. Right here. Let's see. Hold on a second. It was Romo, then it was Romo, then Foster. Now it's Eddie. And Foster was yellow. Okay, so where were we? All right, first and second. Now it's Rick Monday. That's a 43 and a 7. That's going to be an out, a fly ball deep left field. Back goes the left fielder, Reichart. Makes the catch. 1 away. Gene Tennis, who's got a grand slam in this game. A 99 and a 1. And that's lined. This could be a double play. Line to, won't be. Line to the second baseman, L4. And now it's going to be Green. With the runners on first and second. Dick Green, how's Dick Green doing today? He's 1-4-4. It's a 29 and 0. That's lined to shortstop. Back-to-back lineouts, and that retires aside. So Eddie gets out of the bottom of the 8th with minimal damage. No, really, not any major damage. 0-1. Did give up a couple of base runners. All right, top of the 9th. Believe it or not, we've made it to the top of the 9th. Jim Panther's going to try to finish this out. He's going to face Williams. That's a 22 and a 5. Now, let's see. Is he tired? That was a fielder's choice. So he gave up 2 runs. I can't remember what the rule is about that. Let me look very quickly. Endurance rules. Appearances, lose a game. If he gave up a run, so he loses a point. So he would be fatigued in this inning. Okay, so he should be fatigued in this inning because that would be his point for giving up a run. So he gets 2 points, but 1 point is for the inning. And actually, he went a whole. Oh my goodness! So he's definitely fatigued because he actually pitched the whole nine to 9 batters. So he pitched to 9 batters, plus he gave up a run. That's 2 points. So he used up his 2 points. So he's fatigued for sure. And it's going to be Williams. So he's fatigued. That's a 22 and a 5, right? 22 and I believe I rolled. I don't know. I can't remember what I rolled. All right, let's try this again. Top of the ninth. It's 15-6. Oakland A's. That's a 19. That's a defense. Or it's, oh no, not a 19. It's a 59. 59 is going to be a single. So it's going to be a leadoff single for Williams. Egan is next. Pitch from Panther. It's a 70. 70 is a single, back-to-back singles. And I believe that's going to be it for this. That's going to be it. We're going to bring in Locker. Bob Locker is going to come in. Let's look for Locker because Panther's not going to get out of this inning. He's got an 11 ERA. He's just not going to get out of this game, and we'll be here all night allowing singles. So we're going to bring in Bob Locker. I just saw him a little while ago. He's somewhere here. There he is. But that's his batting card. I usually separate the batting cards from the pitching cards because it makes my life much easier. Let's see if we can find Bob Locker. You get every player. There he is. You get every player, and almost every player has a pitching card, especially in 71 when the pitchers are still batting. So Bob Locker's coming in to replace Panther. Let's see if I can get another color here. Pink. I got pink. All right. So he's going to come in there. And we'll see how many more of these we need. We need at least another one for sure. Hopefully we can get a double play and get us out of here. All right, so that's going to be green. So Panther was a nightmare. And then Locker's coming in now, Bob Locker, and I'll tell you a little bit about him. 1971, crazy game. And then it's Locker. Locker was 7-2 with a 2.86 ERA in 47 games, so he did a good job. So Egan singled. We're going to need a pinch hitter. Let's find a pinch hitter for the White Sox. We used Rich Morales, Richard, or let's see. Let's go one game back. And they use McKinney. I saw McKinney before. So McKinney's going to pinch hit. Also, we got Ed Herman. He can pinch hit as well. Rich McKinney's going to pinch hit. Wow. All right. Rich McKinney. Top of the ninth. Here goes. It's a 0-5. Runners on base. 0-5 is line base hit. Williams could score on this, and he will not score. Going to play it safe. Bases are loaded. Pinch hit single by Rich McKinney. That's going to bring up Lee Richard. Lee Richard is coming up, followed by Johnstone. There's nobody out here. Bases are loaded. Bob Locker now pitching. That's a 40. That's some sort of an out. That's a ground ball to the third baseman. Third baseman's a 4, so this is going to be a fielder's choice. unless Egan is slower than McKinney, and Egan is faster than McKinney. All right, so it's going to be a 5-4 fielder's choice. The run's going to score. RBI for Lee Richard on that fielder's choice. Next is going to be Jay Johnstone. 6-2. 62 tells us that is a strikeout, big strikeout. 2 outs. We're 1 out away from putting the lid on this one. Holy smokes, Mike Andrews. Let me just check that ground ball to the third baseman with the bases loaded. 5. It was a G5, a B. Lead runner forced out. Lead runner forced out. Other runners advance, and batter safe on fielder's choice. So he went home on that. So no run scored there. He went home on it. I had a feeling that I was missing something. All right, so he does not score on that. He's actually, that fielder's choice goes there. So then he's still there on the single. I have to input all this, and it's going to be crazy inputting. I'm going to have to remember this stuff because there's a lot of stuff going on here. All right, so it's going to be a 5-2 fielder's choice. So he doesn't score. He's a 5-2. And then everybody moves up 1. There's no RBI. All right. This is definitely not a 30-minute game like my last one. The first game of the doubleheader, this is an hour and 13-minute game. Holy smokes. Mike Andrews. It's a 10. That's line, base hit. That's going to score a run for sure this time. 1 run scores. And with 2 outs, that is going to allow a pinch hitter McKinney, I believe, to score. No, McKinney is going to hold up. RBI single. So bases are loaded again. And it's Phil Melton, 74, and that's going to be the final out of the game. Line and caught by the third baseman, Bando. And hallelujah, this game's over. Holy smokes. I thought it'd never end. This was the most painful game. Wow. Just they kept on both teams kept on loading the bases and loading the bases and loading the bases. And it never ended. I could not get it to end. Okay, so the win has got to go to Fingers. And the loss has got to go to Johnson. Everything else, what am I going to say about this? Final score. They scored 1 here. They scored 1 at the end. So that's on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 1 run on 4 hits, 4 singles. So it's going to be 15-7 is the final score in game 2. The A's remain undefeated at 3-0. And Raleigh Fingers is going to get the victory. Raleigh Fingers went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 innings. Gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits. Runs 3 there, 4. Gave up 4 runs. Only 1 run that was earned. How many walks? Gave up a walk, 2 walks, 3 walks, 3 walks, and strikeouts. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 strikeouts. Home runs. I don't believe he gave up any home runs. There was only 1 home run, and that was a grand slam by Gene Tennis. And that was in the second inning for the A's. Panther had a nightmare. Panther went basically 1 inning, and he gave up 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. No, 6 hits. Gave up 6 hits. Gave up 1, 2, 3 runs. 3 runs in that inning, and then 1 run in this inning. So that's 4 runs. Earned runs, all of them earned. He was terrible. Base on balls. He walked 1 there, 2, walked 2. Struck out, none. No home runs. And then finally, Bob Locker came in and gave up 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 inning, 2 hits, no runs, no earned runs. Walks, no walks. 1 strikeout. And that's it. So this was final score. Let's get all the numbers in here. 7. It was 15-7. 15-7. And let's see how many hits the A's had. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 hits. 17, 19 hits. Holy moly. 19 hits for the White Sox. 4 errors for the White Sox. And 1 error for the A's. So let's do this. So White Sox, 7 runs, 19 hits, 4 errors. The A's had 15 runs, 13 hits, and 1 error. So this is CP Cards and Dice for Tabletop Baseball TV. I hope you guys enjoyed this very extensive replay of Game 3 of our Swinging A's replay, 1971 replay, using the Deep Drive system. So, and I hope you enjoyed my color-coded score sheet as well. And this was a hard one to keep focused on, very tricky. So this is CP Cards and Dice saying thanks for watching, and I will see you guys soon. And we got some comments. Bleacher Bums Gaming was in town. Hey, my friend. All right. Joseph G was here as well. Stephen Conrad stopped by. All great guys. I hope everybody's staying safe and everybody's staying panic-free and maintaining social distancing and following the directives of your health officials. They're the ones that are most probably, qualified to make those decisions on how we should proceed in during this time. So anyway, I wish you guys the best and be safe and be healthy. And this is CP Cards and Dice. I will see you again soon.